concerns for sure versus some of these early tempo teams like Gaimin Gladiators. So definitely a much better approach coming out from 9Pandas, and we should have a much more exciting game that does not end at 20 minutes. So let's see what we do get off here. Duracho playing his super comfortable Terrorblade, but Ramsey's also playing his super comfortable Sven, so we should be in for a treat. And yeah, we do have two kind of different mids in a little bit, right? QUINN not really playing the Primal Beast as much. It is, yes, a mid hero, but he doesn't play it that much, and then the same thing as they said for Kiyotaka. He doesn't play the Spirit Breaker much mid, so a little bit of interesting stuff coming up between the two of them there. And do you remember which one wins the charge? If he onslaughts him as the other one's charging, who wins?
That's going to be the Breaker, surely.
We'll see it for sure, but pretty sure it's the Breaker. But I could be wrong.
See, 3 bounty runes.
3 bounty runes.
Start things off for 9Pandas.
Yep.
Definitely the bit of a pick-me-up that they needed after that rough game 1.
Yeah, and I'm looking at bottom in particular that they can get a bit more aggressive this time around. I don't think that's going to be the case where they just get run over by something like a Phoenix and a Terrorblade. The Phoenix can be a little bit weaker, and they have a very aggressive dual lane down here. And Tara is already, he wants to get aggressive right off the bat here. Block the creep wave so that it gets on the tower. Duracho, he's going to try to block and mimic, so it's not under the tower, but looks like it will anyway. A little bit of mind games, but it's exactly what 9Pandas want to be able to do so that it puts the lane in a position where they can go for those dive plays with the Scorchers and Inkswell that was talked about earlier.
And where do you sort of place Sven right now as a carry? Obviously a carry that, yeah, had quite the patch, but began to fell a bit out of favor with the changes. Still potential with this hero?
Yeah, definitely still potential, but does feel like there has been a lot more solutions that have been found. And my biggest real concern that I have for 9Pandas, they have a much better well-rounded draft, but who's going to hit the Aegis? So, and Sven is definitely one of those heroes.
It's not easy.
He can really suffer in a lot of situations when you're playing versus those big ultimates. Back in the day, it used to be like the Enigma. That was a very common one to have this BKB answer for the Sven. Phoenix is a big problem for Sven if they're not able to delete him at the start or get some information. So
yeah, and with the Phoenix being in the hands of Celery, who had quite the stellar game 1, definitely can expect to see big things coming out from him here once again in game 2. See how well he can secure this lane for Duracho up against the two of them. So last time round in that Chen CK situation, it was a very comfortable spot for Duracho to start his game.
Yep. So far, it's looking a bit like that. The levels, once level 2 and stuff comes out, that's when this Grim and this Doom can usually take advantage, but that's on paper. We'll see what Celery's going to be able to do to protect Duracho, because so far, Duracho is getting that free farm. Looking at mid, QUINN getting a little bit more than that Spirit Breaker, too. He's getting those denies. He started with Uproar right off the bat, so just a bit of that base damage advantage. Definitely seeing it all right. 10-6 to the 6-2. Significant.
Definitely a chance that will continue to stay in his favor. This early advantage. I mean, in terms of support movements, might be hard for both to just leave their side lanes.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we'll see too many rotations early on here. Maybe we do see that Trillion protective rotation that we saw from earlier from Solo, but he does have a Sven in his lane, so probably doesn't want to leave him too early on.
Once again on the bottom lane, sort of a similar situation in the last 2v2 that we had from these two teams down there. Not a lot of armor on 9Pandas, 2 heroes, right? So if the opportunity arises for Duracho to pop that Metamorphosis and chase them down, there could definitely be early kill potential if we don't see 9Pandas.
I mean, Antares might just be dead. Okay, he's got the TP.
All right.
Should be all right.
He'll be okay.
But look, immediately, they have to be very careful of their positioning because they didn't take advantage of level 1.
QUINN!
Solo kill!
I mean,
he just quickly TP's back. He's going to be back out there quick. Look at, he's missing a lot too. He's missing
full wave.
It's almost like a double wave.
It's
2 range creeps, 3 melee creeps that he's missing.
Not the start you want there. As Kiyotaka, he had a rough mid-performance last game.
Okay, he gets the 1 range creep XP, but QUINN now, he's got a full level advantage over the Spirit Breaker. That is massive, and so far, TB is absolutely free farming bottom, so not able to apply the pressure with the first 2 levels with the Scorchers and Inkswell.
Sure, and that's something that you kind of need to be doing with these 2 heroes when you draft them for the lane.
You definitely want to be trying to apply pressure if there's a Phoenix in the lane, and they're going to go for it here.
And they're trying to dive the tower.
It's on both,
It's a bit risky. Maybe they can get Celery. No, the dive's up. Celery's away. They won't, they won't die themselves.
They're trying to keep the aggro up, popping the glyph as well too.
Can they still go for this?
Solo is making the move down, so it's very similar last time.
Coming in.
Here they come.
They should get Duracho here. The Inkswell setup comes in.
They do.
Take him down. See if Tofu can help find anything in return. Gets the dead shot over towards Antares. But Solo and Miro, they'll turn towards Tofu, ready to continue the dive. Fairy Fire from Antares keeps him alive for now. Stick charges from Tofu. Won't save him. He still ticks out.
Wait, Quinn's here.
He turns up.
Okay, does get a cleanup kill. Won't be able to find more. A good aggressive move. Things that you can tell that they need to do that, right? They're probably telling, they're like, we got to start pressuring this TB because he's just free farming in the lane. Doom getting slowed down a little bit there. They do push forward and get it.
Well, we'll see if they can continue from that. I mean, as you mentioned in the last game, we also had that similar movement from Solo. He got the kill. They got that successful move, but everything went downhill from there. Top
Ace.
They'll be able to punish Ace by the looks of it. The two of them.
Nice kill.
Solo back towards the top lane.
Great moves. Re-establishing these lanes. And nicely done. Anytime, especially if meta is on cooldown too, they want to try to take advantage and go for those dives. So a very good glyph usage and good job bringing Solo down.
That slows them down a little bit.
Yeah.
In the lanes here, Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, they can constantly go for those aggressive plays onto Dyrachyo, as you're seeing. You're gonna be able to see that all the time. Celery might actually put probably gonna get that point in Sunray at level 4.
Still
grab on me. He's already level 6.
Against this level 4 Spirit Breaker. They've got the silence. Is QUINN able to charge out? Gets it off, but he doesn't get any distance as QUINN takes him out once again.
That is really concerning. A Spirit Breaker off to a very, very slow start versus these tanky heroes versus a Bristle and a Primal Beast.
I guess on the plus side, at least he's not on an OD in this situation. That would hurt more. It's still not great, but...
He's level 4. QUINN is approaching 7. He's level 5. We'll give him 5 because he's about to be it. But it's like a 2-level advantage right now just because of QUINN's performance right now in mid. Yeah,
they're just crushing this area of the map. Not a safe place for QUINN to be in. Not an easy place for him to come back to and try and recover.
That means QUINN's going to also get the 6-minute power rune. Nope, it's going to spawn top. So at the least there for 9Pandas. QUINN doesn't get it. And they do have this ward bottom. I like this ward they placed on the side of 9Pandas because they know that QUINN's going to be very active. Yeah, they'll see his rotation. Yeah, they should be all right.
Gladiators will probably catch that and start to be aware that 9Pandas have that sort of setup for the information.
Up top again, the DD.
They're going on Ace. They'll get him again.
Nicely done.
Good early kills here for Ramses to get involved in and making sure that this Bristle does not quickly get out of control. CS is still very good for Ace, but these kills that he's given up definitely to the favor of Ramses.
Yep, Solo definitely being the one to kind of balance things out a little bit for his team.
He's doing a lot.
He's part of all 4 kills. Everywhere he's gone so far, it's been successful for him. So, and he's even going to go in. He's going to scout the stacks because, as we saw, this is pretty much what they do every single time. These these bristlebacks and everything.
I mean, he wants the wisdom rune, but
can't get it.
He won't be able to get over there in time. Scan hits as well. Knows someone's up there. Tofu, he'll be the one to grab it.
At least he scouts QUINN. Able to get himself away. But the tree is coming over, but they don't have the damage between the 3 of them.
I mean, if anything, QUINN could maybe turn towards Solo, and he will. He'll start trampling, and he'll look for the chance to try and go for the aggression on towards him. Charge across from Key Attacker, holds QUINN back.
Down bottom. Should be all right.
Under the tier 1. Won't quite be able to chase him, even with the damage coming out from the Metamorphosis.
And Antares will be able to claim his Wisdom Rune. Much closer, of course, as we said, than that last game. This mid is definitely...
But QUINN...
This is going to be one of those concerns. How much QUINN is going to be able to do?
They're going to set up with the hold of the ultimate into the silence and the trample. And they've got it once again. It just takes the +1 here for QUINN. Tofu joining forces with him once more to take down Key Attacker.
Is, of course, with these rotations, though, that happens from Tofu, Ramses is definitely feeling quite good on the side of 9Pandas. He's pretty much got this free lane up here. He's got his Mask of Madness. You can imagine there's going to be some stacks that are being formed for him as well, too. I say that, but I'm actually seeing QUINN about to walk in. He's going to take the stacks. Oh, and that's a juicy one.
And they can't do anything about it.
They can't. It dies too fast.
He's too tanky, but he's got a haste rune in the ball. If anyone started to threaten them, they don't even get the chance to. Immediately takes them out.
He says, thank you very much. So
top lane.
Back in one more top.
Oh, actually moving over towards the mid here with a charge for a key attack on towards Ace. This time the dead shot, Tofu. Excellently aimed. It doesn't matter. Ramses still able to step back in, finish Ace off. More kills for Ramses. At the least they're
taking the stack. Another one.
They certainly are. Antares will try and see what he can do here from the side, but QUINN, he's got this haste rune. He's easily out of there.
They got a charge.
They're going to, looks a bit self for Celery. They go for the charge forward onto the Phoenix. This will allow QUINN to continue to create the distance.
Oh, they missed the stroke.
I mean, they've got to still get him, surely. They will. Blood grenades are out. It's a bit sloppy, but the kill's a kill.
But they lost all of their stacks. They have 2 big creeps left, but they pretty much lost absolutely everything. At the least, though, Ramses, he's getting enabled by kills, right?
He is.
So it does hurt to lose your stacks, but...
3 kills picked up so far for him. It's something.
Yeah, let's see if maybe is 9Pandas going to be able to go into the other side and maybe steal some stacks? Probably not. It's
I don't
hard
think
to
so.
go in.
I think yeah, Gaimin Gladiators should be able to clear their triangle whenever they wish.
Ace is probably going to go do those right now, I'd imagine.
Yeah, needs a bit of a boost after those few deaths that he has had in this early game. Ace, this will pretty much recover that.
Yeah, he'll probably be tied up with that Primal Beast pretty much off of those stacks, so pretty much fully recovered here.
And they're on the move. Yeah, they're looking for Ramses now. QUINN, Topher, and Celery with the smoke, heading up towards that top half of the map. They want to find the Sven.
Level 6 on Celery. This egg, as we said, it's devastating for a hero like Sven early on. I mean, all throughout the game, of course. Yeah, they seem to know exactly where he is. Tofu, can he get the angle?
Oh, smoke dispels.
They see him.
Ramses, he's not aware.
He's in trouble.
And there's going to be no chance of getting over to help out, surely. There's a TP coming in.
Way too much damage.
You can't stop this from happening.
QUINN is a real problem with the start that he's been given. He is absolutely massive.
And then the difference right now growing between the two mids. Pretty incredible. Almost 2,000 gold difference just 10 minutes in between QUINN and Kiyotaka.
And the one thing also always we have to say, when it's a Terrorblade versus a hero like something like Sven that doesn't have illusions, Sven always has to show himself when he's farming TP. He's just going to send illusions, get natural farm. So a lot harder to always hunt Dyrachyo when this type of game state is happening. And they have ways to defend towers. They still have Egg.
Kiyotaka making his way down here, but they're ready to fight. Gaimin Gladiators, they've got the four of them. QUINN, he's ready to start things off, go straight over towards Miro. They'll turn with the ult, they can soulbind down to the two of them. Silence as well. Double Doom will be there.
But is it gonna be
enough? QUINN's perfectly fine. The supernova down, they can't hit the egg. They've got to run. They've got to split here, 9Pandas. Kiyotaka, he doesn't make it away. Dyrachyo takes him down. Miro tries to the TP, but Celery finds him.
And Solo, he's likely gonna get chased too. QUINN's got a charge.
They've got the burn. As Solo, he'll try and run Pigpole as well here. As he's in on top of him, the dead shot comes through. It's 3 kills for Gaimin Gladiators as 9Pandas attempt completely shut down.
And the thing is too, they did connect with their combos, but it came a little late. That bit of calling that did disrupt the initial Doom there, I mean, probably doesn't even matter anyway. As we saw the egg, Celery, it just devastates absolutely everybody. Nobody can hit it, and that's going to be reoccurring in this game, as we said. There's not really any way to hit this egg.
Yeah, what do they do about the Phoenix? I mean, if anything, they've just got to hope the next time round they get one of these 2 Dooms on the Phoenix.
Exactly. They need to get either a jump or a control onto him before those fights, but so far, difficult to do so.
So yeah, Celery's positioning is always going to be on top form.
And the supports, again, just like last time on the side of gaming, they're out of control. Level 7, almost level 8 on Celery, Tofu 8, and the supports on 9Pandas. Solo, still level 5. So not even overgrowth there for the fight to have people at least held down a little longer.
Things are starting to speed up.
Very quickly. And Ace during the whole time too farmed those stacks, right? So he's all the way enabled. Ramses, kind of the only one on 9Pandas who's having that good game right now. He's got his work cut out for him.
They're going to attempt to smoke. That's both sides coming in.
Okay, I mean, I feel like that's the best way to get
They want to kill Ace again.
The game.
You know, so far the game plan has been just kill this Bristleback.
And they should have him again.
They will once more.
But here comes the squad.
Oh, and here comes the revenge attempt from Gaimin Gladiators, and they'll turn up. And Tara's on the retreat for QUINN. They'll go forward. Got the illusion rune as well. Still gets hold in by the overgrowth.
He's kind of alone.
They get the angle, they get the soul bind out.
Just kidding.
He's still able to stand his ground over the ult. QUINN grabs Ramsey, slams him into the ground. They're having to head back under the tier 2. There's nothing else that 9Pandas can throw back at Gaimin Gladiators.
They don't quite have the damage shield to bring down Ramses, but QUINN definitely too tanky for him to actually commit onto there. Zones him back. But they get Ace again. But the thing is, you know, Dyrachyo, he's the real carry, and he's getting all the space in the world, while Ramses is getting pressured a little bit and has to show up to help out his allies. Now tower top, likely to fall, and Egg is back on cool, back up, so.
No, for sure. Anytime that ult's up and available, I don't think 9Pandas can go looking for a fight into this.
Unless they can scout him and get him right away. They have to kill him right at the start of the fights. And the Midas, it's online.
It's going to take time, though. Not as much time as 9Pandas would have needed with their last game's draft to get things going.
No, at least now they have ways to like clear wave. They have actual ways to fight. That last game just very quickly spiraled out of control, and they're versus Sven, or versus Chen. So that hero always accelerates things a lot more if you do fall behind early.
Gaimin Gladiators Definitely feels that they're the luxury to approach this mid-game how they wish. You know, they can sit back as long as their Terrorblade Duracho's hitting creeps. I think they're going to be happy.
And they're actually the ones who, they're getting more and more of those stacks at the ready. I was literally looking and I'm like, I really want them to get a ton of stacks for Ramses. I think they have to enable him as much as possible at this point, because I'm just watching Ace get away with murder. He's farming like 8 stacks at a time, it feels like.
Yeah, that's the thing, that they could kill him, but they can't stop him from farming.
No.
Ace is still going to have the impact that he'd hoped for as a Bristle.
He's actually staying ahead of a Doom with a Midas. So that says a lot about how much they're able to set him up for that farm. Now, bottom tower, Duracho. He's got backup.
And QUINN, he's looking for the catch. He's going to set up here towards Antares. Opens up with the grab.
Nicely done. And they're actually contesting, looking for
They've
Ancients.
still got a fair bit of time with the Metamorphosis up on Duracho, so can look to push for more. Ramses is turned up, but he's got strength. It's about to come to an end.
He cannot get that stow down here. Got a couple creep waves, but that's just about it. 10 to 7.
And just about, 500 gold off from having the Aghanims done on Ace.
QUINN getting closer and closer to his heart. I mean, they're getting very quick item timings across the board here on gaming. And for 9Pandas, it's a guess they're getting farmed, but you do have to remember, it's a Doom with a Midas and a Spirit Breaker with a Midas. So that's inflated net worth that doesn't actually help you too much to be able to fight back into those 5v5s.
Yeah, they just can't fight back right now. They need a perfect setup of these double Dooms. And even when we saw it come through last time, it wasn't enough. It has to be the right 2 heroes.
They have to find this Phoenix somehow in a lot of these fights. I mean, they'll have the way to scout in a lot of situations because they will have the tree shard that's going to be coming out in the next few minutes, but they have to get the connection.
Tofu. Catch the 2 of them with the silence. They'll have no interest in fighting here, 9Pandas. There's a charge coming through, but do they really want to try for this?
He's going to commit it.
He's going to connect onto Tofu, but the ult's already out. So stop to any further attention, 9Pandas to chase for that one. They'll walk away.
Would have been suicide if they committed. Ace just got his axe delivered, so good on them to back away.
Is under attack.
With the axe done, it's definitely a tougher target to try and threaten.
I mean, it really is going to be up to how much 9Pandas is going to have to get with Ramses, because it's literally going to be Octarine Midas on the 2 other cores. So it's literally all about the farm. So it's interesting to see how it all kicks up when literally, if you look on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, no one's going greedy. They're going for all the very aggressive items here.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's going to be longer than 19 minutes, but if Gaimin Gladiators win another team fight, they could be knocking on the doors on the tier 3s of 9Pandas pretty shortly.
Oh, absolutely.
They can definitely speed things up, as you say, with their build and really start to push for the further objectives.
Taking Roche is always going to be on the menu for them too, right? Because they have Bristleback and they have Terrorblade. They have hard physical damage with minus armor, so if they do see opportunities where things are too slowed down, they also can do that. And looking at the itemization, you know, they're like, okay, Spirit Breaker, this hero can be a bit annoying. I'm already seeing the Yules coming up. They've got one finished up on Tofu. I believe Celery's about to have his finished too.
Close.
So they're getting this itemization, not only just versus the Spirit Breaker, but versus the Inkswell as well too, right? It is a pretty damn good solution in a lot of situations.
Ramses stepping up, but he has a lot of backup. 9Pandas, they're smoked up, they're ready to go. Soulbind in a double Doom once again. They're going to try and focus Ace. Ramses puts the beacon, goes towards the grab there. QUINN grabs Ramses and slams him out of the game. They will kill Ace. They've lost the 2 of them, but QUINN is ready to try and clean up more response as he goes for, takes Mira down. Key attacker will manage to escape. I mean, 9Pandas able to get something out of that double Doom, getting the 2 kills off the back of it, but they do lose heroes themselves, and it's the 2 cores on their side.
Yeah, and Duracho actually doesn't even, I mean, he's not in the fight or anything. He doesn't even have to walk up and pop meta, so yeah, you're seeing the damage that comes out there from that Phoenix and from the Bristle. At least Ramses gets a kill, but he dies at the end of it, so Duracho is going to be able to get that accelerated farm while that Sven is dead for the next few moments. Things just continue to go in the favor of gaming. The Phoenix also just always have to keep talking about, because now he's getting closer and closer towards level 12. He's got a Philosopher's Stone. His scaling is a problem for the side of 9Pandas.
Bottom lane, Duracho. He's going to be able to help out and look towards taking down poor old Antares here. Metamorphosis from Duracho, the control from Tofu. The kill to be found.
Quite a bit tankier than expected there with the living armor, of course, but still does get brought down.
See if they can go anything more, more Gaimin Gladiators.
And that was an arcane rune, actually, so that meta is going to be up a lot faster here. So.
I don't know if you want to fight this 9Pandas. They're hovering around their tier 2 tower, but Gaimin Gladiators, they're set up to dive.
Yeah, they have no Doom at the ready. 20 seconds.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Tower's dropping.
They've got to let this one go. Fortification comes out. Ramsey's watching from the high ground.
It's pressure on multiple fronts. Look, Quinn and Celery, they're set up on mid for Miro while they're pushing bottom.
He just opens up straight away on a Miro. Goes into the tier 2. The burn of the Sunray bringing Miro down low. Can he get up the high ground? He can't. Tofu shoots him down.
Gaming's just, they're just punishing the greed. And Ramses.
He's getting chased down by Ace. The
He's just gone.
Going to save him, dying under his own tier 3.
It's happening again, Owen. They're going to knock on the doors. It's 19 minutes. Quinn, able to get away, but look at bottom. They're forcing the glyph already.
I mean, well, what do you do? If you're 9Pandas, you once again having to deal with Gaimin Gladiators in your base pre-20 minutes.
There's a heart on Quinn. Heart Blade Mill, it's 19 minutes in. They can just probably keep going. 20 seconds still in the Sven. They've got their combo. Can they land the big dooms?
They're going to try.
Instant Yules from Celery.
And at that point, you have to just back off. They're already in with the grab. They've just caught Key Attacker. He's dead.
48 seconds.
No buyback on him.
They still have Egg at the ready, too. They can't commit into this fight on 9Pandas. Uh-oh. This Rax.
I mean, whatever happens, they lasted longer than 20 minutes this time.
That's true.
It's something, not a lot.
Meta's back up because he had that arcane rune from earlier. Ace.
I mean, he's ready to dive.
He's killing Miro at the tier 4. Oh my god. Well. Good God. No mercy from Gaming today.
There are those tier 2s on the other lanes.
That's the thankful thing.
9Pandas, you're like, it's alright guys, we can only lose one set of racks at this point. We've still got the tier 2s in the other lane, so
I'm sure that's not what they're saying.
And it's an elimination game.
Yeah, they gotta stick in it. But my god, damage truly being done. The greed, it's just not working. The Octarine, the Midases, it's just getting full punish. They even have Philosopher Stones on the Spirit Breaker.
Gladiators punishing it
completely.
Both games.
Yep.
Both games have sort of greed this attempt. I mean, it's not necessarily a 9Pandas thing. Because in this patch, we're seeing teams across the board do it.
Yep.
It's definitely going to be a bit of a wake-up call for any teams that are going to have to face Gaimin Gladiators down the road. Yeah. Because Gaimin Gladiators, they've shown very close to 2 times here that they'll shut you down completely.
Yeah, we're seeing that from quite a bit of teams. You got to be careful how greedy you do go. Kiyotaka might be able to get a setup. Can he? Nope.
He's got the Yules, he's got the Silence, he's got the dead shot, he's going to try and TP out in front of them, and he's going to get away. Nothing to stop it. The Silence comes in. Tofu keeping it cool there, not even feeling the pressure to pop his ult. He knows he can just TP out. They can't do the damage anyway.
And Quinn, they'll be able to get the Tormentor in the meantime too. They're just getting absolutely everything on the map, and there's just that Rax that's going to be pushing in. I mean, Miro, Blink Dagger is getting closer and closer on the horizon, but the damage just isn't going to be there anymore, right? For 9Pandas, like it's all up to Ramses to kill all of these beefy cores and deal with an egg. It just seems next to impossible at this point.
Butterfly done on Dyrachyo.
My lord, it is massive.
That's a Shadow Blade, so maybe a chance of sneaking in on the backlines. Phoenix, but
Roche is still an option if Gaming wants to just play it very careful. I mean, I'd imagine that's probably what they want to do here with this fresh Butterfly. And very difficult for 9Pandas to contest in that area. Versus an egg, doesn't feel like it's possible by any means. And Quinn is actually looking to make moves with Tofu, perhaps, while his team is going for that rush. And yeah, we see that win probability to be expected.
They're gonna smoke up with the 3 of them, 9Pandas. Then maybe see if they can chance a fight around the Roshan, but it's going to already be gone.
It's dead too fast.
And at this point, I don't know if they want to take a fight outside of the base. They might just have to go full retreat here.
They do put vision down. Do they want to go for this, though? I mean, they see Celery. They see 3 heroes. They're going to go for it.
Again, in with the opening. Charge across as well. 2 tanky heroes. They should have a chance to take it out. Celery, they've got the overgrowth as well.
Here comes
They'll take the
Ramses.
Phoenix down. They'll put the BKB in the God Strength. Look towards Dyrachyo. Dyrachyo sort of suddenly himself into a worse situation there. He gets completely surrounded, but he has got the Aegis, so he's happy to sacrifice himself the once. They turn over towards Ace.
Oh my god, Ramses, careful!
They kill Ace off, but they're left so low. Key Attacker's out of the game. Ramses has to run.
Dyrachyo with the Bro Sunder there, keeping Ace up, and look at the damage that Ace did right toward the end of it there. Almost brings down Ramses too. Pretty decent strike there, though. The vision that 9Pandas puts down to get the jump off.
I mean, they tried for something. It was a risky spot. I mean,
play.
They get the jump, but it is into that Aegis, and as you say, happy to sacrifice himself on the first life. Dyrachyo.
It's one of the few things that will always, of course, go through those, you know, anti-heals, right? The Sunder, as we always see, versus like the AAs and stuff like that. That's a hit, but it's a hit where they use absolutely everything too, right? So
and now on the high ground,
they're gonna go, and they've got Egg ready. They don't have meta, so maybe they don't full push forward here with Dyrachyo, but Ramses, careful.
It certainly has to be. He's got this BKB still cooldown for 15 seconds.
So Ace is going to be the one who gets that slow push going. Dyrachyo, now he's going to make his way over after picking up his Reaver.
They've nearly got the cooldowns back up.
Almost.
Doom's going to be back there in a second. God Strength, BKB, they'll have everything. Overgrowth, the longer one, still 20 seconds on that.
This is more difficult to set up, though, because they're prepared for it. That last one caught them a little off guard.
There we go. They double Doom in. They're going to try and take the Bristle down first, but Ace is already out of there. They can't stay on top of him.
They just zoomed out.
They just step back. And
okay.
That's the BKB, that's the God Strength, that's the Soulbind, that's the
everything.
Doom.
Everything but the Overgrowth was just used.
And they can reset and go again here, Gladiators.
Oh, yeah.
Metamorphosis for themselves, for Dyrachyo's back up in 20.
Might even just make... they might just be able to just straight go forward. I mean, Bristol's going to reset and come back. Kiyotaka's going to try to address lanes a little bit here, but Gaming, yeah, they're ready to keep going for this push. And how do you stop it now that you've used literally everything? That is quite some building damage coming out.
And not a lot,
coming from 9Pandas.
Not a lot at all. Tier 1's still standing in a solid spot. I mean, even in that game 1, did they take a tier 1?
I don't believe so, no. Maybe they did end up taking the bottom tier 1, but just barely.
That was it.
They're knocking on tier 4s. And 9Pandas, they kind of just have to watch because they don't have their spells up.
That's the thing, Gaimin Gladiators, to know that they've kind of got nothing to throw at them.
And Ace with Boots of Travel pushes in the top wave a little bit too, rejoins his team. Meta's still halfway. Doom, 20 seconds, God Strength, it's coming back up. And they gotta just try. But
tier 4's going down.
They just back off. They're like, okay, we got what we came for. The cooldowns are coming back up. Go for tier 2s. Played safe.
No messing around here with the lower bracket, even with the lead the Gaimin Gladiators have.
Oh, and Sneaky Ward, Tofu actually makes his way up top in the meantime, in that crazy cast range. He's actually able to cast it outside of vision. Charge! Instantly stopped from that ward.
Up into the air, the silence is out upon them. They'll turn, they'll get the grab immediately onto Miros. He's out of the game. It's all on him, no buybacks available.
And
they try and get Tofu, they don't even get him. Tofu's still alive. Finally, the charge of Kiyotaka comes in to take him down. But they cannot fight here against the remainder of Gaimin Gladiators as Ramses caught by the nasal goo. Gaimin Gladiators surrounding the Sven. Kiyotaka trying to help out with the charge across, but it's Quinn who comes crashing across the two of them. Ramses to fall, 3 dead on Gladiators.
Just such clean plays.
Only 2 on Gladiators.
Only 2 on Gladiators, but that little ward, right? They put a little ward from Tofu. They see the charge coming in. They stop the initiation.
They see everything.
They see absolutely everything.
It's got to hurt for Pandas.
It's just no mercy, really. Gaming continue to just keep cruising forward here.
I mean, they're trying their best to play it out, but losing fight after fight, tower after tower.
The greed just not paying off. Gaming just really knowing how to punish this completely in this series.
And they really are.
Up and up to the high ground. Meta back up in 30. Doom is still available, but there's no double Doom for 8 seconds. Kiyotaka.
He's trying.
He's trying to slow them down.
Trying to get them off the buildings, but...
Lincoln's now, of course, being thrown out. Quinn with his. Antares is just getting chased by illusions. Can't even get his positioning to be able to get a soulbind.
Ace nearly just straight up dying to them. They have to pop a smoke to save him.
Ace now just playing in front lines.
They've got to do something soon.
They break the Lincolns, but too scared to make the jump forward. It's Gaming just continue to play it as safe as possible.
Yeah, a bit of mercy given from them. Go back off. 20k lead, 22 to 13.
And really is such careful plays coming out from Gaimin Gladiators, not wanting to give up anything. 5-0-14 so far on Quinn. Still sticking kind of in an aggressive positioning, though, even though Dyrachyo went back. They feel confident with the 3. Oh, and they also have Ace, I guess, Boots of Travel, so they do have the 4 heroes quickly that can join in.
Yeah, very clean stuff from Quinn and Dyrachyo this game, as you say. No deaths on Quinn, and That one death on Duracho, just that very early one in the laning stage where he's getting dove under the tier 1 tower. What can you do?
And I believe
outside of that, it's been perfect.
And they were saying, right, QUINN hasn't really, I don't think he played it here yet, right? So, I mean, it's a hero that he plays, but I don't think he's played it at this tournament so
It's
far.
looking pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially if you consider just straight up what happened in the mid matchup.
Solo kill.
Kind of from minute 1.
And that sets a tempo for a lot of things, right? Like, if that doesn't happen, perhaps the game is very different where Spirit Breaker's actually able to do more, because it's been a very, very quiet very quiet series for Kiyotaka. It's all just recovery, recovery, recovery. I mean, Miero, you can see that like it's kind of desperate. He sells his Midas, buys his BKB. They're trying to find anything they can to be able to take this next upcoming fight, which could be the last one. How close on Ace's Lincolns. He's about to have it done as well, too. So double Lincolns are going to be finished up as well. Even building more and more. They're queuing them up even on the supports. Constricting 9Pandas in the base.
Gladiators could still opt to wait that extra minute or so, look for the next Roche.
Definitely a possibility with how careful they've been. They're just controlling all the farm points. There's not really much that Ramses can go outside and get besides those Ancients right now.
Yeah, they know Panzers are getting very little lift to anything out of the map in these situations. They're trying to step out, 9Pandas.
Now you can see how, I mean, this really is as careful as you can be. They actually have the triple Lincolns pretty much finished up now, and yeah, as I said, the support's even having those queued up soon. So ways to protect versus these double dooms, but yeah, now they're looking to hit a little bit here with that secondary one.
Is under attack.
Nice, leading the charge.
At least get them out of this triangle. Miero does get hit.
Might up to BKB. Whew. Actually able to get the blink off.
They just.
Nice. It looks to still chase. They actually get the dead shot angle onto Ramsey. As he still has popped the God String.
Looking to catch them off guard, I guess.
I mean, considering trying to fight, maybe if you get the Silver Edge hit onto Ace, they could open up onto something, but it's going to come to an end. Ramses can't close the gap. Ace going to go in with the jump now.
Instantly Yules.
But no availability for the break, so Ace is perfectly fine.
It's
BKB has to come out from Ramses, and he has to go full retreat right now.
Oh, it's a disaster.
As 9Pandas not finding the jump that they were trying for.
And Ramses,
he may still get caught. He's got to keep running. The Quills, the goo coming out from Ace. Solo, he attempts for a TP out. QUINN finds him immediately in the trees. Solo's out of the game, and Tara's gone as well. Both supports down.
Maybe it's just this desperation. Ramsey's trying to catch Gaming off guard, but not the case whatsoever. Gaming is absolutely prepared for it. Top rack's exposed. Buybacks have to come out.
They're going for Tofu. It's been a tricky one to find. Bash is dead, but Tofu
another Yules.
With the Yules, silence the dead shot. Doesn't matter. Ramses will get the kill.
But the racks,
they've been taken out. Ace Duracho on with a full push stop.
The 3 tanky beasts with triple Lincolns prepared.
He's in, but was that a Doom on an illusion?
It's a Doom on an illusion.
It was a Doom on an illusion. And the Supernova's out. They can't hit it. Seg. Miro's out of the game. The base, it's in shambles. The third set of racks taken out. Mega creeps are there for Gaimin Gladiators. They're trying their best to hold on 9Pandas, but at this point, very little that can be done to give them a chance of turning this one. As the tier 4's under threat, QUINN goes in, takes out Solo, he's out for good. Ramses tries for the stun, but the Lotus
can't even finish it.
Ends up stunning himself. QUINN comes in with the grab.
GG.
It's all over. GG is called. Gaimin Gladiators today.